This is going to be a bit of a product review, but I'm going to answer a bigger question, and that is, can you really cool off your house by just pushing hot air out and letting cool air come in? Okay, so a little bit of a background on how I arrived at this frustrating point is, so many people are out there claiming that they are working miracles, right? I don't even use my AC anymore because of, this method. I'm pushing a 1200 CFM fan, a pretty darn good fan, okay? And I can't get anywhere near cooling my house off to what these people claim, okay? I mean, I would have inside the house at roughly 83, 84 degrees. Outside would be 76 to 79 degrees, and I can't get the house, no matter what it is, below 83. Maybe 82 and a half at the very best. Maybe on that 76 degree day, I got it to about 82 and a half. But that's not good enough, you know what I mean? So some of these people who are claiming these magical results, some of them are claiming like they're getting 85 in the day and 60 at night. That's a huge difference. Okay, so like for your AC to run properly, you're supposed to have a 14 to 22 degrees Fahrenheit difference between the temperature in your house and the temperature coming out of the AC vent. So some of these people are literally saying that at night their temperatures are within the range of what would make an AC function well. So are these fans really doing much? Or is it just the fact, just kind of helping out what's already an advantageous differential that they have going on between their temperatures? So I'm going to find out now, though. So a lot of people are using the Lasco fans. I came across one commenter who said he used a 21-inch Lakewood fan that pushed, I think, 7,000 CFM. And he said he had amazing results. A little bit incomplete information he put out, but he said for the most part he was almost reaching outside temperatures by everything I recall him saying. So what I went out and did, I got a fan that puts out a lot of CFM. So this thing puts out roughly 6,000 CFM at 162 watts. Down here at what is that, 130 or 120? Oh, I can't see in the dark here. 130. This thing should put out roughly 3,400 CFM. Here, it should be around mid 4,000s, maybe roughly 4,400, 4,500. So I'm going to start at the lower number, the lower setting, and I'm going to see if running this much CFM can basically overcome all my problems. So I'll tell you guys exactly what the starting temperature inside the house is, and what the temperature outside the house is, and I'll track it every single hour, or well, every half hour. That'll make it more interesting. And you'll see the rate at which I can cool the house with this fan, and see if I can finally break 82 degrees, in my house by just pushing air out. If this fan can't do it, there really isn't many fans out there that can possibly do it just by pushing a massive amount of air, okay? Because the only fan that is head and shoulders above this is one that I think from Harbor Freight that claims to push 9,000 CFM. However, the problem with that is it's a 30-inch fan, which is way too big for the window, and a lot of that air will go to waste. Because basically, from what I understand, to take advantage of the Bernoulli effect, look up the Bernoulli effect, the cone of air has to be about just inside or just about the size of the exit window. Okay, so this fan is about the biggest I can possibly get, with still having the cone of air, being like within the window frame. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to see if we can literally overcome only a 5-degree, 6-degree differential, and make some big headway. So we'll see. Yeah, I like the look of the team. So this is my old one. You can see it's not very big. That's the old. It's got like a bronze finish on it. Really cool looking. And even if this thing can't push out the winds that this new behemoth can, this thing is still sexier. So anyways, it'll always have a place in my heart. But yeah, I mean, look at the difference. I mean, that's that size. That's about in frame, and that's about the same distance, right? Totally out of frame. That's my cat. Um, this ought to be fun. This is definitely going to be fun. Look at that. Original. So, sock about 30-degree angle. Sock on the big one. Got 6,000 CFM. Blowing up to 90 degrees. Okay, so it's been roughly an hour and a half, and it feels noticeably better, but does not feel great. And I think we're hitting that sweet spot in terms of the temperature. Yeah. So we're going to see if we can break this barrier. I mean, we're moving like at least twice as much air through the window as possible, or as was under the other fan. So, I mean, could be two and a half times as much air. I mean, it's significantly more. So, you would think this thing would really clear out the house. So, around the 2-hour, 20-minute mark, and you can see just a hair below that typical sweet spot. Wish it was better, but it does feel a lot better in here, and it smells better too. The air is a lot crisper, and that's quite nice. But still not able to get anywhere near equalizing the temperature outside, even after roughly 2 hours, 20 minutes. So I'm gonna let it keep running as long as I can, see what happens. So just as a reminder, this is the first test. There will probably be 2 more tests. And so this is roughly 3,400 CFM. Probably not truly pushing 3,400 CFM out because I haven't optimized the fan to the window. I don't really have a lot of stuff around so that I can situate it properly. I have to figure that out the next day. So I'm really tired. I'm setting my alarm like every hour to get up and measure this thing. But, I mean, I'm sleeping comfortably, so success thus far. Okay, last measurement of the day, 4.5-hour mark, and about the same. I told you. You hit an equilibrium and it just seems to stay no matter what. So even the temperature in the last hour dropped from 77 to 78. Nothing. No change. I've even had it drop to 76. No change. At least not significant. So I don't know what to tell people. I don't know why this is happening. I can't figure out why. I mean, maybe my house is like this major heat reservoir, and it's just sucking heat from the frame, and you have to probably go at this pace for 20 hours to extract all the heat. Who knows? Who really knows? I mean, it should be a simpler idea of just taking the heat or taking the cool air from the other windows, moving them in, and cool air is coming in. I mean, I could show you the next time if you want and do a ribbon test. But this is disappointing. This is really, really disappointing because the claims out there are outrageous. Oh, I never run my AC. Oh, my house is chilly. Listen, I'm running more CFM than these people, and I can't get anywhere near what their claims are. I mean, if this was the Mythbusters, they'd be like myth busted, you know?